Hi, my name is Charlotte. Today I'm going to be making Big Mama's summer vegetable curry. Okay, so let's go over the ingredients real quick. I have these summer vegetables: eggplant, onions, tomatoes, and green bell peppers. I think you can put anything you want. These were just Big Mama's recommendations for the summer. And I have some ketchup, Worcestershire sauce, sugar, and some solid curry. She did have one more additional ingredient, which is tonkatsu sauce, which is sauce that we eat for pork cutlets, but I didn't have it, so I'm gonna omit that one. I'm going to add a little bit more ketchup since I'm omitting the sauce. And you can choose any curry sauce that you like. I usually get this one. I usually just get the things that are in promotion. So now let's just get started. Okay, so let's start with prepping the eggplant. So I'm just going to cut them in just triangular chunks. Okay, so I've chopped off my eggplants. In order to get rid of the bitterness or any kind of sharp flavor that eggplant has, I'm going to soak them in the salt water for 10 minutes. Okay, so I have this amount of water, it's about 1 liter, and about a tablespoon of salt. So 10 minutes in here. And then let's just move on to other vegetables. I think she cut it just big chunks like this. Same for the tomatoes, just big chunks. There were no specific measurements for the ingredients. I just kind of eyeballed how much ingredients I should put in the curry. So if you think this is too much, you can totally adjust. Also, Big Mama did say the white part of the green pepper has the most vitamin C. I'm going to try to keep that part. This is like the sloppiest chopping that I've done, but hey, it's summer and we need to minimize everything. So I'm going to prep the curry a little bit. I'm adding 100 grams of this curry block. It's about 1.5 of this solid cube. So half of this. Okay, so to this, I'm adding about 400 grams of water. Okay, let's just break it up. Maybe she used warm water. How did she melt this? Okay, yeah, I should have used warm water. You know what, it's okay. Oh! I'm sure this is all gonna melt in the curry, so it's fine. She just did that to let the cube melt faster. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. This is fine. This is fine. So I just drained my eggplant and this is it. This is all the prep we need to do before we start cooking. Okay, let's start cooking. Medium heat. I'm adding in 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Okay, I'm starting with the onions first. Season them slightly, not too much, because the curry is pretty well seasoned. For those of you who are watching and you're not familiar with who Big Mama is, She is a wonderful businesswoman. I basically grew up watching her. She's not just only a teacher, but she's also a businesswoman. She has her own show. She has her own lines and products, merch, all that. She's amazing. So I'm going to cook them until they're very slightly golden. I don't think we have to cook them too much. I think curry is like all Korean moms' cheat meal. My mom used to make a whole pot of it, and we basically ate curry for the next 2 days. And I'm a person who gets easily bored of eating the same thing repeatedly. For some reason, I never minded eating curry for multiple meals. So I think that's good. I think Big Mama's curry, she had a little bit of texture left in most of her vegetables. So I'm going to add in other ingredients. Tomatoes. And the green bell peppers go in very last. I wasn't a fan of eggplant until a few years ago. I don't know, I think the texture of eggplant always didn't seem appetizing for me. That formless, wobbly texture. But after I had really good eggplant recipes, my life was changed. I didn't understand why I didn't eat it until I got this old. So to this, I'm adding in the curry block with the water. Let that thing submerge. Why is Charlie so funny? So I'm waiting to let it come to a boil, and then I'm going to add in other ingredients. Okay, so this is a good point to add in some ketchup. It's like 1.5 tablespoons, a little bit more than the recipe called for because I don't have the tonkatsu sauce. Some sugar, a tablespoon. Worcestershire sauce. Okay, now I'm adding in the bell peppers. So at this point, I'm going to cook this in about medium-high heat for 10 minutes and then lower the heat to low. Wait until the eggplant is fully cooked and kind of loses its sharp form. I think this would be a really good way to feed kids vegetables. Disguise it with curry flavor. Okay, let's lower the heat a little bit and cook this until the eggplant seems ready. I think it would have been okay if I added the green peppers with the eggplant because it's still quite not cooked. Okay, so I've been cooking for about 10 more minutes. I think it's pretty good, right? The bell pepper still has its shape, but I don't think I mind it. So let's get this off the heat. Ta-da! It's done. Isn't that the easiest recipe ever? So I already made a bowl of rice, but I think you can eat it with bread, whatever you want. So let's do this. Smells slightly sweet, but I still smell the vegetables. He's slightly over the rice. What's your preference? Some. And then adding some scallions. This is optional. Totally optional. Just gonna wipe this part. Ta-da! Big Mama Hyejung Lee's summer vegetable curry. Now it's time for taste test. As a Korean, it's criminal to eat curry without kimchi. Right now, I only have the non-spicy type, but it'll do. So are you the type that mixes everything all together, or do you mix as you go? Because I'm the latter. I mix as I go. Is that a good bite? Looks hot. I see why she used green bell pepper for this recipe, because it goes so well with the curry flavor. I've never put green bell peppers in my curry, but I don't know why I did it. Tastes amazing. Now for the eggplant. Yeah, the eggplant goes really well with the curry flavor as well. And you know how we didn't fully brown the onions? There is a slight spiciness that comes from the onions, which works so well. There's definitely that tanginess from the tomatoes and the Worcestershire sauce. I mean, honestly, it's not a groundbreaking recipe because we've all tasted curry before, but I like that there's no meat in here because I can really taste the flavors from the vegetables. Okay. So that's it for today. Thank you for cooking with me. Thank you. 빅마마 이혜정 선생님 감사드립니다. Thank you for this recipe. And if there's any other recipes that you want me to try, please comment down below. And I'll see you next time. Bye.